What did I just watch? Like, the fuck was happening here? Yo, like, every now and then, Sword Art Online likes to pull an Eclipse ending, if you know what I mean. Berserk reference there, because rape? Damn. So this was probably one of the most controversial episodes of SAO. I can hear the fandoms now. I can hear the people now just going absolutely batshit nuts about this episode because it was just crazy as hell as far as what the fuck happened towards the end of the episode. So awesome beginning, and yet again a beautiful scene with Kirito versus Death Gun, the finale, the final fight. Well, not final fight, but basically the finale to this particular battle. I don't know if there'll be more down the line, but as far as like that goes, it just looked absolutely breathtaking. It looked like movie quality. It looked better than movie quality. Some movies that I've seen, anime movies, don't even look that good. So bravo yet again as far as the animation and art for that particular sequence. And to see Kirito and Shinon work together yet again, I know I don't really get into the shipping, but for some reason SAO has me doing it. It's like they work so well together. They're so good together. She's a badass chick. She doesn't need anybody. Like, she's on her way to developing to being a fucking overall awesome person. Is like, please. When they use that teamwork to distract him and take him down and cut him in half, I was like, this is epic as shit. And overall, we just got some really big progression right there, finishing off the BOB. I did feel like it was a little bit cheap when he remembered Death Gun's name off that board and kind of remembered him. Like, just last week's episode, it was a big thing. Like, you know, I didn't even bother to ask a name. And then this week, he was like, oh, right, yeah, it was on the wall, mate. But I guess that just kind of all tied into everything regarding Death Gun's identity and pushing forward all the leads that they're going to have in the upcoming episodes. And also that suicide at the end, it was like, yeah, it's cool. Neither one of them wanted to lose, and it was like perfect, so they both win. But at the same time, if you really look at it thematically, it kind of felt a little bit weird, almost as if it was pushing like suicide is the way to win. It's like, I know that's not what they were going for, but it just felt a little bit uncomfortable watching that in the sense of that. But at the same time, the way they were smiling about it, and it was just, at the end of the day, a video game, I guess I can accept it and not look completely down at it. But it just felt a little bit wrong if you think about it thematically. And then Shinon's creepy friend. I was telling ya, I knew something is up with this motherfucker. And besides the fact that he's Death Gun, besides that big connection, because for the most part, that was really the biggest suspect. I mean, that was the red herring from the get-go. And I think it was interesting how he wasn't exactly just one person that was in charge of everything. He was one of a big group, so that makes it a little bit more mysterious and continues to add more value to everything regarding this whole Death Gun case. So that was good in that aspect. However, just, oh my fucking god, I had flashbacks of the end of Alfheim when that dude was trying to rape Asuna towards the end. And then now, like, what, is every main female protagonist in SAO gonna be raped or potentially raped? And to find out that this dude, this creeper, because, oh my gosh, just getting his true character in this week's episode was mind-boggling. Like, I knew he was a fucking creeper, but first of all, he was in her room the entire time with a needle ready to fucking stab her, and it kind of makes me question, was he actually gonna do it? Because we see how obsessed with her in every which way. He's absolutely obsessed with her in love. He's absolutely sexually obsessed with her. Was he actually going to pull the trigger, so to speak, when Death Gun, you know, shot her in the game? Was he actually going to stab her with it and kill her? Or was he just going to, like, rape her or take her off of there and just start raping her? Like, it really makes me wonder what was his intentions regarding being together with the group. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if during this whole thing, he never really was there, if you think about it, because if he's so much in love with her, maybe he rebelled against killing her in particular, and they were like, okay, you know what, we're done with you, and that's probably why he's like, you won't abandon me, you won't leave me, which might tie to the fact that he was kicked out of Death Gun during this whole ordeal. But then the character development for Shinon, I was like, yes, this is what we needed. We have her finally overcoming that hurdle of being scared, of being a victim. Good shit there. And maybe it's just me because I'm a huge Tokyo Ghoul fan, but when she was talking to her inner self and we saw the both Shinons there standing together, I just imagined her hair turning white and then all of a sudden hearing, oh, as she jumps over him and starts strangling him, making him count backwards from 1,000 by 7. I have an overactive imagination, and I love to link things that I like together. But huge character development there, huge progression here, basically ending off the BOB. We got winners, we got Death Gun a little bit more into his identity, because it's not just one person, finding out one of the people, the co-conspirators, and my gosh, that ending though, that was just like, this fucking worthless piece of shit tried to rape Shinon, like, kill this motherfucker right now. hands down one of the biggest scumbags of 2014 anime, period. He's a fucking piece of shit. And then when Kirito showed up fucking kneeing him in the face like a little bitch that he is, I was like, good shit, Kirito. Overall, awesome episode. Great episode. I'm giving this one a 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed the action. I really enjoyed the huge progression. The character development for Shinon, most importantly, just absolutely awesome to see her not being a victim anymore, standing up and kind of giving him a fight back even though he's there trying to rape her. And really the only two downsides to this episode was kind of the name thing felt a little bit cheap, and also the whole suicide thing just felt a little bit wrong. But aside from that, absolutely outstanding episode and just really great stuff. 9 out of 10 for this one. I was like, holy fucking shit. Shock value through the roof as well. I was like, this fucking asshole's trying to rape our girl! No! Quick note, I think the nerve gear might have been picking up what he was saying as well, so they can use that as evidence to prosecute this piece of shit if the cops can arrive in time. I wouldn't be surprised if the cops are like waiting outside and they're gonna bust in right after Kirito and him started fighting. So Kirito, good shit for manning up and saving our girl. Honestly, great stuff. But let me know what you thought of this episode. First of all, how did you feel about that fucking absolute madness of this fucking nut job? Like, seeing his inner character, this man, or this kid, shall I say, is disturbed on so many different levels. How did you feel about Shinon's progression and character development in this episode? Absolutely loved it. Really enjoyed it. I mean, she's my favorite character in the entirety of SAO, and to see her build up like that only means good stuff. And your overall thoughts of this episode? This is going to go down in infamy as one of the craziest and most controversial episodes of SAO. But that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you could do so as well, that would be awesome. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. My gosh, that episode.